Oops. All right, good morning, traders. As you can see, I am already in this stock eyes here. We got a little bull flag going on right before market open. The SPY is rebounding some, so I'm expecting a possible pop up to maybe this 240, 250 area at market open, but this could also just as easily drop. So we'll see what happens with it. We got about 7 minutes, but I don't normally like to make pre-market trades, but they've got FDA approval, they've got a pattern, and it's got volume. So, and like I said, the market is somewhat rebounding, and it's above all indicators. Good morning, Michelle. It's not my birthday, Daniel B, but thanks anyway. But yeah, I'm already in eyes here. Because it is pre-market, I do got to keep my finger on the trigger. On this AT ladder, in case it does start dumping right before the bell. But my biggest concern is with this play is if the SPY starts dumping at the bell. If the SPY starts dumping, this could easily dump. But we've been seeing some pops right out of pre-market. So good morning, One Life. So I'm thinking since this meets pretty much all my criteria of volume, good PR, above all indicators, I mean, I got to take a shot on this. This is... Yeah, that's what I was saying. I don't normally like to trade pre-market, but because of what we've seen all week, and because this stock has everything, it's EYES. But yeah, normally I don't like to trade pre-market, but this one I had to take a shot on. Just too much good stuff with it at the moment to not take a shot in this flag. I got in at 216, so I'm kind of in the middle of the flag at the moment. We'll see what happens at market open, though. It could also start popping before market open, and then as soon as market open, it could dump. So there's a lot of different scenarios that could play out on this. Like I said, because we've been seeing the pops at pre-market or after market open, I'm expecting at least a little pop. It could be a turnaround day, but I don't know. I don't know yet. We'll see. We got 3.5 minutes here left. But we pop over to the SPY. SPY is up so far this morning. I mean, overall, it's still in a downtrend. Still looks pretty gross, but so far this morning, it looks all right. So we shall see what will happen here at the bell. You see it's coming up the top of the triangle now. I would like it to hold in the triangle until market opens. We are getting a push up here all the way up to 230. Let's see, we got 2.5 minutes left. See if 225 can start holding out some support here. Nice. Yeah, the market keeps crashing and Tesla keeps getting cheaper and cheaper. That's gonna be a definitely interesting play. Nice bit of buy in there at 225, so that's a good sign. Like to see that 225 buyer right there, that big buyer, hold up until market open. We got 2 minutes here. Yeah, sellers could not take out that 225, so that's a good sign. We just don't want this to rip too hard yet before market open. We want it to rip at market open. But if it starts ripping now, that would be fine too. I just take it now. 225 didn't hold up there, so we'll see what happens here. We got a minute left. Like I said, my biggest concern is the SPY starting to sell off at market open, because that could ruin this play. And I'm actually going to go into a 2-minute chart for market open here. And you can see we're starting to get a little push here. Right here at the bell. We're not even to the bell yet. We still got 30 seconds. Yeah, oh yeah, I'm going to switch today. Thank you. Thank you for reminding me of that. It's probably a good idea, huh? Alright. Just don't want it to dump in that last 8 seconds. I usually keep my order over until. Now let's see. Like I said, we could dump here or we could get a quick pop. I'm looking for the quick pop. A little sketchy. I'm going to go ahead and take off half here. So I'm out half my shares. There we go. Getting a nice pop up to 245. How's the SPY doing? Getting a bit of upper shadow. I don't like the look of that candle. I'm going to give it half a second. See if it can hold up. There's a lot of buying at 220. Oh, they're all getting taken out though. Starting to crack a little bit. See if 215 can hold up. If 215 can't hold up, I'm getting out. 215 is starting to crack. Oh, no, 215 is holding up, actually. Got 20 seconds on this candle to close. Not the best looking candle, but see, SPY looks like it's starting to drop a little bit. So it's back in the tip of the triangle, so see if it can break out of the tip here. We still got some pretty good buying coming in. Alright, 220 starting to get taken out. There's a lot of buyers there and they're getting taken out. Let's see if they can hold up here. Whew. They did, barely. That was close. They almost all got taken out. And I actually think I'm going to put in a trailing stop loss on this. Oh, actually, man, I may just get out here. Yeah, I'm getting out. It's starting to dump. Oh, shit. What's going on here? Shit. How did my auto send get off? Yeah, let's get out of here. Alright, so small profit. My auto send did not quite work there. Still in the triangle, but I'm not willing to risk the profit that I made. I'm gonna lock it in there. Let's give this a second to see if it holds up in this triangle, and then I may take another shot on it. Yeah, SPY's dropping. That's what I was concerned about. We did get the quick little pop. Well, how I didn't have my auto send on. I must have clicked it off on accident. That was a little unfortunate, but it is what it is. I'll take the small win on a Friday with the SPY possibly dropping. Let's see SPY. Yeah, SPY's not looking great. And we did, you see, we did almost come down to that 100-day where I've been saying we were probably going to come down to. We did that in after hours, I believe, last night around 6 or 7, if I remember correctly. But 371 was as low as it got. But eyes is still a possible play. If it can hold up in the triangle here and start curling back around. But if it cracks the triangle here, it's going to be done. And it's starting to crack a little bit. So let's see what else we got. It's actually kind of interesting. This thing has went on a massive gap up back there. SPY's still dropping though. It's gonna make it. That looks ugly. SLGG not doing anything. This is a very low float stock. This ripped from, Jesus, this ripped from 2 to 15 earlier. All the way back down to 5. And it is over the downtrend at the moment. This is an interesting play. A little ugly at the moment, but definitely want to keep an eye on that. Yeah, see, whatever's dying. QMS. Eyes are starting to pop back up a little bit. And if I see this start to push up, I may go for another scalp on it if I got enough monies. Oh, we gotta wait. We gotta let it hold up first before we do anything. SPY still dropping. That crazy ETF is dropping. AEI is dropping. This is, which one is this one? Is this that crazy one that ripped? Yeah, this is the crazy one that ripped in pre-market. They've got no news though, so this easily could be a pump and dump. It is interesting. You do have this little uptrend that started here. Possibly play that off the uptrend. UYS is yeah. All right, Daniel B. I'm glad I finally got a like from you, buddy. I'm glad you're. You know, we're back cool, cause. Trying to see if UYS is gonna hold up. I may possibly take a position on this as well. Instead, well, eyes is cracking. This is an interesting pump and dump play. I think maybe I can go about 20 shares. 526. But it could dump as well. It isn't a big downtrend, but it did go on a massive run earlier. Well, it's got a spread. This could go either way very quickly, so you got to be careful with this one. Going on here. Oh, I didn't have enough to go. I was about to go because it looks like it's about to break 550. If it breaks 550, it could start going. At least back up to that 6 area. But I didn't have enough funds, so I didn't get filled there, which may have been a good thing. It may have saved me. It's looking for a quick scalp, but yeah, okay, yeah, now it's dumping, so. Oh, but eyes is coming back up. Let's pop back over to eyes real quick. I'm gonna hop it back into eyes here. Okay, I don't. Where's all my funds at? There we go. Now I'm back in the eyes. Okay, there we go. I got 30 shares of eyes. Let's see if it can break this triangle. Where am I at? 218. And we're up that 220. You can see all the selling there. They just got all taken out up to 225. Let's see if 225 can break. $225 starting to break down. So where's the SPY at? SPY is kind of going sideways. 218. Getting pushed back down here into the triangle. Let's see. This candle here is the one that's going to have to pop. If it starts coming back down, it's going to dump out of this triangle. See, 215 trying to hold as support. Starting to push, and you can see actually during market open, this is starting to look like a possible big U shape. But this candle's got to continue up. We need a candle to close over 225. It's going to continue this U shape here. So 220 still holding, 228 holding up as some resistance. So 228 breaking down, 230 breaking down, getting a nice little push here. All the way up to almost 240. Oh, wow. When did it get up to 245? I didn't see that. I would have locked that out at 245. Is the level 2 acting crazy again today? It must have hit 245 extremely quick because I did not see it hit that. Here we go. There we go. Now starting to push over 240. Damn, look at up to 250. I'm going to go ahead and lock out 10. It's only got 30. I'm going to lock out 10. I'm going to give us a chance to see if it's going to break out big over 250. But it may not. Getting a crazy little candle. This is a crazy upper shadow, but let's see. We got 30 seconds for this candle to close. If it can push back up to that 245 area and close over 245, that would be nice. If it doesn't, then it probably will sell back off. Because that upper shadow is not the prettiest upper shadow, and it's starting to turn red. $230 trying to hold as support though. So I'm selling at that 238. If this candle's body can close above these two candles, then we should be good to go. You can see it is starting to already push up pretty nicely again. I'm gonna get ready to lock out 10 more shares, probably at 250. If you can get back up to 250. Bam, we'll lock out 10 shares right there at 250. I got 10 more shares. Let's see if it can break 250. What is the Loch Ness Monster from South Park says? Give me about 350. Let me see it break that 350 right there. Another upper shadow. A lot of selling pressure ahead of this. The SPY is rebounding a little bit there. Oh, we're about to break 250. Ooh, that was real close to breaking 250. A bunch of sellers got taken out there. But it did not break, so it may not break. See, there's a good close on that candle. If it comes back up to 250 here, it's going to break. Let me look back at this chart. So it's getting held up at this old resistance that got held up here in pre-market. If you remove the triangle now at this point and you draw that line right across there, you can see it's testing this area. Hit multiple times there. This time though, I mean, it looks like it could break unless it continues to get held up here. Here we go. Oh, so close to hitting 250 again. Come on. You're almost there. There you go. Just a little more. There you go. A little bit more. A little bit more buying. It's really struggling to break 250. If it does not break in the next couple of minutes, then it's probably not going to break. And when I say the next couple of minutes, I mean the next like minute or two. There we go. Now it's starting to break over 250. And let's see if we can test that pre-market high of 260. That's going to be my last profit target for this last 10 shares. If it can push up there. It did get close. Well, I may have to get out here. You can see that it came back down. The way that candle closed was not pretty. Because now it's starting to make a curl over. Let's see if this previous resistance can hold up as support. A little skeptical of this curl over. See, 235 is trying to hold a support. So we're getting some new support trying to build there. If you draw your line right there, you can see where that support is. It was resistance back here 3 times, resistance through here, tried to hold a support on this one candle, resistance again there, resistance there, resistance there, resistance there. So if this old resistance can hold up as support, which is starting to crack, so maybe it's not going to. Let's see if that support can hold, and we could see another push up. Yeah, holding up so far. But we're still curling, which I don't like. I don't like this curl down. And the SPY is dropping more. Yeah, 235 is trying to hold up. Getting tested pretty hard here. I'm going to go ahead and remove this. You guys can see what I'm talking about. That 230, 235 is held up so far. Starting to get a little push back up. But remember, we do have resistance right across there at that 240 area. Pretty much 240 to 250. Well, 260 as well because pre-market high, but 240 to 260 is pretty tough resistance on this play, and it doesn't look like it's going to break at the current moment. The 235 still trying to hold up. As long as that holds up, I'll stay in it. Starting to crack a little bit. Yeah, I'm going to take it. I'm going to take the last shares here. So I'm out of it. So 2 trades on EYES, both of them in the green. Shorted NIO, nice. Yeah, you can see the SPY dumping off. I figured that was going to happen. You can see this big, nasty curl over. White House economic advisor says that U.S. jobs hole is still deeper than that of the Great Recession. This is gonna, if the market, it's all the markets and everything do what I think they're gonna do, it's gonna make the Great Recession look like nothing. Yeah, you do got some, those were some inverted hammers which lead to sell-offs a lot of times, and you can see immediately selling off. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, One Life. There's no support to hold the SPY up anymore. That was its last stand to try to hold that 50-day. So it's got air all the way until 370. 370 is the next support area for the SPY. For the overall market, right across there. Wow, the SPY's dropping and the market watches green for the most part. That's pretty weird. Nice, Daniel B. getting a short. You guys, you experienced traders getting some shorts in this bear market that we're entering. And see, here's the problem. Here's why I think we're going to keep crashing, because just from a technical analysis standpoint, it's the SPY's got a ways to go to get back to break this downtrend. And like I showed you guys yesterday, with all the resistance ahead of it that it's got, it's more than likely going to keep dropping. Now, if we crack that 370 support, then it could get real ugly. But yeah, let's see here what's going on. Eyes is slowly coming back down to this trend line. There could be another play there possibly, but I'm out of funds, so I can't make any more trades. And the way this market kind of looks at the moment, I'm not sure if I want to. Unless you're going to get into an inverse ETF, you can see the SPY's dropped. LABD has ran $2. Who was it? Jamie or Michelle? I can't remember. One of you said you had went pretty much all in on LABD. Said you liquidated your positions. Are you still in LABD? Because if you are, I would say you're pretty tickled right now. It's ugly. Let's see what else this White House people are saying. PP resources will be targeted to smallest firms. Economic Council Director says long way to go in job recovery. Says unevenness of employment crisis persists. So nothing good coming out of the White House. And EYES actually building a little higher low there at 225. So it still might try to pop again. Look at that slow SLGG selling off pretty hard after its nasty pump yesterday. Not surprised, those social media stocks are always going to be subject to tomfoolery. XTLB coming back up to 6. Possible U shape, but there's no news on this. So this is a pump and dump. You probably want to get it out quick. You got out at the end of the day yesterday, Jamie? Sorry, Michelle, I couldn't remember. Yeah, I talked to so many people, guys, so please don't get offended if I can't remember exactly who said what sometimes. Well, you can see big rejection there, not even getting up to that $6 area, so that is done. That's what I was saying. There's no news, so that very easily could be a pump and dump. EYES right there. Let's see, SPY's trying to come back up. UVXY. I don't think I have UVXY on my ETF. Oh yeah, I do have UVXY there. ProShares short. Let's see. Let's make sure this is a. Yeah, okay. So it's a short, it's not leveraged at all. But it is a short, it is a ETF. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't a volatility ETN because I saw volatility up here on the press release. UVXY. A little bit of a cheaper one. Got pretty good volume. I don't know if I like it or LABD better. LABD has less indicator resistance compared to UVXY, which of course is indicator resistance probably doesn't matter that much if the market's going to keep dumping. SPY is trying to come back up. Oh yeah, oil. Well, I mean, oil's definitely going up for a number of factors, but I would say the biggest reason is because of inflation. Oh damn, eyes went on a rip. Oops. EYS all the way up to that 260. That's what I was looking for earlier. It didn't quite get there, but if it breaks that pre-market high at 260, it could get going. But you gotta be. The SPY's coming back up a little bit. Hmm. It didn't say anything about UVXY being a volatility ETF. It just says Ultra VIX short term future ETF, but VIXX is VIX is a volatility index. So they're on the I think I like LABD better than I like UVXY because the volatility aspect is tricky because it can change directions. You can see VIX. Um, yeah, I don't know. Trading volatility would be. SQQ. I'm just curious what SQQ is trading at right now. 15. Yeah, I like QQQ or SQQ. That's a better one, I think. I think LABD and SQQ are probably the better of the inverse ETFs to play against the market. The other one that I think Jamie found is SOXS. This is the inverse ETF against semiconductor, and this one is triple leverage. So the fact that triple leverage means that it can rip pretty hard, but that means it also can drop pretty hard as well. Let's see, where's this SPY doing here? SPY back up to 378. This little ugly V shape though, that's probably going to get rejected right there. It may not, but it probably will. And EYES did break over that pre-market high, but getting pushed down a little bit. Give me just a couple minutes, guys. I'll be right back. Oh, look at the nice rip on eyes. Boy, that's quite the rip. Quite the rip there, all the way up to 310. So even in this down market, oh yeah. Yeah, that doesn't look good on the SPY. Instead of that little V shape there, V shapes are not U shapes. Most of the time they sell off if it does that because you're going straight down and then straight up. But you can see the SPY still in a downtrend there. On the day and on the intraday and the daily. Yeah, you are right, Jamie. You can have the SPY and the inverse ETF up. You could have QQQ and the inverse ETF up and just play a tennis match. And, you could sit there and all day if you had enough funds or you run a big margin account or whatever and you could trade the volatility. Got your dime out of eyes. Nice job. The SPY is getting real close to cracking again. If it doesn't hold up here and it drops below this area, could get a little ugly. Oh, by accident. that's Hey, it's a happy accident. It's a good little happy accident. Nothing wrong with that. Very nice move on eyes. And it could have been a lot bigger win that I could have had, but this also could have just sold off as the SPY was dropping. So, like I've been not locking in profits, and on a Friday when the SPY is really volatile, the overall market is really volatile, then yeah, I'm not gonna be trying to hold for longer breakouts. See the SPY with another little bounce up. Let's see how high it gets. If the SPY doesn't get back over 379, it's going to be a dump the rest of the day. And it is, and I kind of really expect it to continue to dump today because it's Friday and I don't see people wanting to put money back in stocks with this type of volatility and be holding it over the weekend. I could be wrong. And the only thing that is really got going for it is if the Senate passes that stimulus bill. If the Senate passes that stimulus bill at any time today during market open, the SPY could have a decent rebound for a Friday. But even with that, I'm still skeptical. But that is something to, if you are playing an inverse ETF or whatever, that is something to be aware of. See, getting pushed back down there. If that's the high right there of this little uptrend, then the dump is coming. Let's see if there's any other possible plays, but with this type of market, I'm highly doubtful. I mean, pretty much I'd say EYES is probably the only long play that's not an inverse ETF that would be worth trading. Does have this little flag, but let's just take a look around. Yeah, eyes has all the volume. You can see it on the NASDAQ gainer chart. Yeah, eyes is the only play that would probably be worth playing. Oh, here we go. Let's see the SPY starts cracking here. What's going on, Tez? Sorry. Just trying to hold up this little area right here. Got this little support area right there that's trying to hold on the SPY, and then the next little support area is right there, that pretty much 375 area, but anybody in chat, let's pop quiz. What is this pattern called? What is this pattern called that we're in right now? On the SPY. A fat triangle. It is a fat triangle. You are right. You are right about that. It is definitely a fat triangle. Yeah, it is a triangle. I think officially what the official name of this type of triangle is a descending triangle. And descending triangles, majority of the time, usually go blah and just die. Like, the market is really close to rolling over hard here. It may try to rebound one more time if it can hold up right through here and come back up to that downtrend, and it'll probably get rejected again and then dump. But if it starts to crack right here, ooh, can you feel it crashing in the air this morning? One Life said, hold on. Ooh, look at that little inverted hammer candle starting to form right there, right at that support. Oh, okay. If that makes an inverted hammer, then it's coming. SPY is trying its little heart out right now to try to hold up. You see UYES cracking out of that triangle that the SPY just dumped at that same time. Oh, it's trying its best. It's trying to hold. Getting a little bounce there. EYES starting to come back up. Like I said, if you're not trading inverse ETF, well, that's kind of an unfortunate looking pattern there. Let's see. Oh, I see. It held up off of that little support area right there. You can draw a line right there. That's what it bounced off of. That support ended up held and is actually pushing up pretty nice right now. May try to make another high a day. KMPH. Oh, look at that. New high a day. Very nice. So this thing is running against the market. But like I said, it's got great PR. Had good volume in pre-market. Hadn't ran that hard yet. Was above all indicators, so it was bullish, low float. It had all the criteria for a ripper. And when you get a play like that, even if it's in a down market, you can get these rips. But this is a nice rip. Now let's see here. SPY starting to come back down again. You see that 377 area is holding up as resistance now. Actually, it's almost like 378. Let's see. KMPH. Let's check it out. Let's see what's going on with it. There's some support at 907. But it's in this downtrend right now. There was a little U shape on there, and it did get a little pop. So I don't know if you played it. I was a little late looking at your comment, but you could have gotten a little pop out of that little U shape up to that downtrend, because that downtrend rejected it. And the SPY is testing this bottom support one more time. Oh, let's see here. We're about to crack that 33.76 there. We're cracking that support. Ooh, that candle closed below that support area. Oh boy, we're coming down to the last little bit. You made 41 on what you meant on what? On KMPH or EYES? Either way, good job. $40 today is nice. Did better than I did, so if you do better than I did, you're doing something right, because I don't do things right. So EYES, very nice. Very nice job. I'm glad to see you guys getting some little profits out of this down market in the moment, because it is trickier. So good job everybody who was getting some decent wins there. Like I've been saying, you don't have to get rich right now. You don't have to shoot for the moon. You just got to be consistent and lock in little profits as you get them. And the SPY is getting real close. Yeah, the bond yields the bond yields keep rising, and as long as bond yields keep rising, the market's gonna probably keep crashing. We're about to get a pretty nice dumpski here, it looks like. Nice. One Life is a shorting machine today. He's running around shorting the shit out of everything. Yeah, if you're shorting in this market, you're an experienced trader, then you are going to definitely be making some decent money. And get ready for the dump. We're getting real close. We break this low right there at 375.40. I would expect probably a dump down to the 370, probably down to 374. But it could be a big dump like this. Could be all the way back down to this 371. Damn, eyes is still running. Look at that. All the way up to 345. Boy plunger. Boy plunger. Dun, 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 dun. There's not been a movie lately, as I know this is totally random, but I just thought about it because he keeps saying Boy Plunger. It reminded me of Superhero. If you guys haven't yet, if you haven't seen the trailer for Thunderstruck yet, go look up that Thunderstruck trailer after you're done trading. There's not been too many movies come out lately that I've actually wanted to see, but that movie looks hilarious. Yeah, there's not a bottom. I mean, I don't think there's a bottom yet. I mean, we're kind of in air. Like I said, there's possible 370 could be the bottom. But if 370 doesn't hold, then it could be 364. Could come down there to 355. Could come all the way down to the 200 at 351.
I don't think, even if we do have a really big crash, I don't think we'll get all the way back down to this 200 area like we did in March. I think probably a more realistic area of a bottom is probably right through here. This is a pretty strong area right there, because you got that was resistance there, was resistance there, then it held up as support a little bit, bounced off, bounced off. So if we do get a pretty nice crash, I think 323, and this is not today, this is like over the next couple of weeks or month possibly. But I think that'll probably be the bottom, 323. Unless shit gets real crazy. If shit gets real crazy, then there's no telling where the bottom could be. At 340 might even be a decent area. It's a little support and a little resistance in there, but yeah, I like the 320 area. That's where I'm gonna say we'll probably bottom out to at some point if things don't turn around. Yeah, well, you did the right thing. You locked in profit. EYES is still ripping. One Life is saying GameStop is ripping. So I mean, in this down market like this, you locking in profits is better than holding for the loss, because more than likely, yeah, GameStop is ripping today. Look at that. 127 up to 150. More Reddit shenanigans. Stock should not be trading that for that much. That's just ridiculous. SPY with a little rebound off of that bottom. But yeah, you got to lock in profits. I left a lot on this too. I was in this. I was in this all the way back here at 216 in pre-market. I don't have quite a bit on the table, but it's better than holding and losing. So consistency is the key. This is not the market to be trying to hold for big profits in, because the probability is that the stocks are going to dump more than rip. If we were in a really hot market, then yeah, you could have held this, and your probabilities would have been good. But trying to hold, I mean, if you look at all the stocks that are moving today, EYES is really the only one that's moving up besides GameStop. And I wouldn't touch GameStop with Andrew Cuomo's money. Yeah, Eyes is definitely killing it for sure. Now we could see the penny stock market start to pick up some, if all the large caps and stuff. Oh yeah, look how red the market's starting to go. We're still mixed, but there is some bloody blood red in there. And the shorters are sharks, and when they smell blood, they start coming. And that's why you see One Life right now. He's a shark, smelling blood. He's whacking these unknowing people who are swimming in the markets right now, coming up and just biting their legs off. But don't beat yourself up about that, Michelle. It's ripping. Hell, who knows? It could run all the way to $50 today, but there's not really you can do about it. It's more important to be consistent and lock in profit than it is to try to hold for a big rip like this in this down market. and here's a good way to think about it. Let's say you did hold this one today, and then you got this nice big win, and then you hold the next 5 stocks like this, and they keep dropping, and you lose all this profit. So that consistency is more key than worrying about all this profit that you could have got. More than likely, though, it's probably getting a little overextended. 425 is going to be very strong resistance. You can see it right across the top of there. It's way off of the trend line. The trend line's way back down there. I don't think ICE has got much more in it. I think that's probably about all it's got. And then the SPY is getting real close to really dumping here. And if the SPY really starts dumping, you're going to see investors start to take off out of this market. Sounds like I'm in love with One Life. One Life's a good dude, man. You know, he's taken and I'm taken, so not really anything we can do about our secret love affair, huh? I'm just kidding. We do not have any secret affairs going on. Yeah, that's the volatility. That's because traders are skittish. They're real skittish. I mean, that's why I'm sitting here watching the SPY. Even if I had funds available, I wouldn't even be looking at anything else at the moment because we're that close to a significant dump here. So traders, other investors, they're gonna be like, I think you're gonna start getting a knee-jerk reaction because people already were nervous back through here, and you could see a lot of money was pulled out of the market in these last 7 days in fear that this drop is going to happen. And if this drop is confirmed, like if this candle drops below 371 today, going into the weekend, yeah, by the end of the day, we could see a big drop because the traders are going to get skittish. They're going to get scared. They're not going to want to hold over the weekend with this much volatility. It's just a lot of signs are pointing to this is going to continue to drop. Yeah, QQQ is close to testing yesterday's low as well. Yeah, woo, QQQ's even more rigid than... That's an even nastier downtrend on it than on the SPY. Some gross downtrends, but yeah, whew, man, QQQ. I hadn't even looked at QQQ yet, but there's nothing but air below QQQ. That's the last, yeah, woo. That's the last little bit of support. If that cracks, if 300 cracks on QQQ, there is air all the way down to 285 pretty much. And then under 285, if that cracks, there's pretty much air all the way down to about 260. The SPY's got a little less air under it than the QQQ does, but I mean, the SPY is the S&P 500 and like a QQQ is NASDAQ, right? Isn't that what you said, One Life? So you could possibly. Yeah, I don't know. I still probably wouldn't want to touch this. If it breaks $4 though, you could get another little push up. It is coming up to 4 on EYES at the moment. Oh, there you go. A little quick, like I said, a little quick pop over 4 up to 410. Hitting a new high, but I don't know how much more it's got left. Like I said, 425 is going to be. It may push to that 425, but I would be very shocked to see it break over 425. Or at least break and hold. It may test and break quickly and pop over 425, but I would imagine it would come back down right after that. And see it hit 420 and immediate rejection. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Here we go. Let's see if all the diamond hands start cracking. Crack below 375, and it's gonna get bloody. Watch this market turn red. You can see we're a little bit redder than we were earlier. Some of the ones that were green are starting to turn red. QQQ. Ooh, look at this. QQQ getting real close to dropping as well. Both of them, the whole market's about to getting real close to eating it. Yeah, so you can see rejected 420 there on EYES. GameStop getting rejected at 150. GameStop's on a trend line, so you could play GameStop on a trend line if you really wanted to. But like I said, if this market, yeah, let's see. I want to watch this as the SPY cracks 375. It's close to cracking 375, but I want to see if Google and Microsoft and these couple of others that are still green start turning red. There you go, Michelle. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. If you got a little quick profit, hey, it's a nice little scalp. That's what you got to do in these markets. You got to get in and out and get that profit. God, y'all drinking Red Bull? Y'all are crazy, man. What's wrong with y'all? Alright, so SPY is holding up so far, so I'm not going to keep watching the market watch, but I'm pretty much, I'm done trading today. I don't have any more funds to trade. So I will give the stream about 15 more minutes. If you guys have any questions, suggestions, or ideas, go ahead and get those in. But it's Friday. We're getting close to lunchtime. And volume's going to start leaving the market for lunch. And when that happens, if this dump doesn't happen before then, it's probably going to happen by then. So see, how are the crypto stocks looking today? Crypto stocks are down, but I think the majority of cryptos are up at the moment. Well, SPY actually trying to stay alive there. A few of them are up. There's not too much selling off. Yeah, for the week so far, a lot of them are in the green. I need to put 30K in my trading account. Listen, if I had the 30K laying around, I probably would, but I am diversified right now. I'm in cryptos. I've got gold and silver, platinum, palladium. So my money is not really in cash. I do have some. I'm not a rich man. I am not a rich man. I'm a comfortable man. I'd eventually like to get to my goals of being rich, but oh, Michelle needs a beer. There you go. Yeah, the market's starting to try to rebound a little bit here. Let's see. Let's check the market watch. Yeah, still a little mixed. We're still mixed. So the market could go either way, but I doubt it. Oh, hold on. Let's see. Hold on. Let's see. We got some new PR here. This PR might change the game. Let's see what happens. Let's see what we got. Okay. Okay, I don't know why they're eyeing a Virginia. What? This doesn't even make sense. They're eyeing a Virginia military base to house unaccompanied migrant children amid border surge. So now we've got a border surge going on. That's not good news. Yield fears continue to bring down the tech sector. See, Senate Democrats agree to 300 unemployment benefits. Democrats agree to make first 10,200 of unemployment benefits non-taxable. So it sounds like they're getting that bill ready to go. So the market may turn today. It may turn back up to the positive side. Like I said, if they pass that stimulus bill, there is a possibility that the market could turn around. You never know. But honestly, I seriously doubt it. See how's EYS doing? It's curling over. GameStop cracked that trend line, so that's all that had. LABD actually curling over a little bit here because the market is having a sharp little rebound at the moment. There is some green, but there's also some really bloody red as well. And Tesla, you can see on some of the big guys. Tesla's a big one. Amazon's a big one. It's red. Apple's a big one. It's red. And you do have Google and Microsoft, Facebook in the green. So it's still kind of a mixed market. As I was saying, it's got to drop here if it's going to continue to drop. And then if they get this COVID bill out, there is a possibility that it could rebound today. And when I say rebound, I don't mean all the way back up to where it was up here, but maybe this candle will turn green today instead of being a red candle. It's a possibility. But like I said, I highly doubt it. Yeah, relief rally. Exactly. We may see a little relief rally, but and I could be wrong about the market crashing even more. This is already, I mean, this is a decent little drop right through here with a lot of volatility. So, I mean, we saw it kind of do it right there a while back. Not quite as big as this one, but it rebounded after that. So, I mean, the biggest thing is if you're looking at this SPY chart, and this is what my biggest indicator is this whole U shape, this upside down curl over, because we haven't really had much. We haven't had in a year. We've not had a curl over like that big. That big of a curl over is pretty sketchy. Pretty sketchy. The talking heads are calling for a correction, so they're calling for a bigger drop. Because, I mean, this could be considered a correction, really. I mean, from 394 all the way down to 370, it's a 24-point drop. What is Tesla down to? Because Tesla keeps dropping. I would definitely like to grab some of that while it's cheap. Ooh, it's all the way down to 580. I kind of like that. That's not too shabby. Yeah, One Life, you're right. The prices are starting to get a little attractive, but if this... I think it's too early still for me. Start buying some of these dips. But Tesla's in an interesting area for sure. See where PayPal's at. Yeah, PayPal's at a decent little support area at that 225 area. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Daniel B. That's what I was thinking. It's like shiny fishing lures, trying to bait everybody in before a bigger drop. That's what I was saying. It's too early for me still in this volatility and everything going on. And I definitely don't want to buy anything before a weekend of sketchiness and volatility, because anything could happen over the weekend, and then Monday we could see a huge drop. And you can see rejected hard again at the downtrend on the SPY. And the market's still close to turning. I think you're right, Daniel B. I think you're absolutely right. I think the hedges are slowly making this. That's what I was saying about these big red candles and these small green candles. The hedge funds are not buying. A lot of the big money is slowly moving out because we've got this downward pressure of this downtrend. But you can tell there's been a lot more selling than there has buying just by looking at the candles up there. But yeah, I agree. The question is, where are they going? Are they going to cash? Are they going to precious metals? Let's see if the gold stocks are going up. So let's see. Yeah, all the gold stocks are up right now. Oh, those are ETFs. I'm sorry. Wrong thing. No, gold is actually down. Yeah, gold dropping at the moment as well. So where are they going? Is it cryptos? It may just be going to cash. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. They can't. The hedge funds that have, what Daniel B saying is, the hedge funds that have millions and billions invested in the market, they can't sell that all in one day. They have to slowly make their way out of those positions. And I think what he's referring to of calling it shiny fishing lures and stuff is a bull trap. I think that would be the correct terminology to call it, but I could be wrong because I don't really pay that much attention to correct terminology. I only want to know how shit works. This is getting so close to dumping. Let's take a look at Microsoft. Let's see, because since it is green, let's see what it looks like on the daily, because I don't really pay attention to Microsoft. No, even though Microsoft is green, that's ugly. That's ugly. It's in a downtrend on the daily. Big old ugly U shape, just like the SPY. So it is, I guess, still green, but very close to turning red. If we get this dump here. Alright guys, I'm going to call it a day. Appreciate everybody joining me as always. Good job to everybody who locked in some profits in this sketchy, volatile day. We will be back Monday. Guys, have a great rest of your weekend. Stay safe out there. Till next time.